Welcome to Open Whispers channel. When the secret whispers of a people turns louder and louder and louder, it becomes open whispers. The tyrant knows that his time is up. When the secret whisper of a people becomes louder and louder and louder, it becomes open whispers. Then the servant takes as his heart and speaks boldly to the king. The king knows that his time is up. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you, and let's roll. The story of Abba Kyari will be told for many years to come. This is a man who has won so many accolades as a super cop. The man who was placed in charge of the cookies, he ended up being the one that steals the cookies. It's like a man who wanted to protect his bone from thieves, and he decided that the best place and the best custodian to leave it with was to leave it with his dog. He took the bone, hung around the neck of the dog, and normally when you do that, you are sure that the dog will not eat the bone, because there's a saying that a dog does not eat a bone hung around its neck. But Abba Kyari not only ended up being the dog, but ended up being that dog that ate the bone around his neck. Winning accolades for a super cup wasn't really breaking the record, but he broke another record of being a super villain. Someone who was deeply into drug business without anybody knowing, or probably the people in charge knew. From the information we're getting from the whispers, he ran the drug cartel for many years. Usually, he placed young people around major ports and boundaries, from the information we got from the grapevine. If there was anybody coming in with a consignment, they would notify him. He would go to the border and arrest the people, threaten to prosecute them, which he will end up not prosecuting them. More often than not, he will strike a deal with the corporate and take possession of the drug, or take possession of the forbidden fruit and let the person go. Sometimes when he got this information that his members were coming in with drugs, he will normally go with the team. Remember, he was the leader of the Inspector General Special Intelligence Response Team, IRT. So when he normally gets this tip that there were people coming in with drugs, he will move with his boys, go to the territory of NDLEA, and because he was connected, he will arrest these people. And once again, it was all staged, and pretend that, oh, an informant, like if you listen to the video, if you watch the video, when he was trying to bribe the officer of the NDLEA, he will pick them up and say he got an information from an informant. Then he will go and pick them up and live with them. And after all said and done, he was supposed to hand them back to the officers of NDLEA to prosecute. But at the end of the day, he'll strike a deal and let them go. This has happened for many, many years before General Bumawa came into office. They already had his information. All the senior officers of police probably turned blind eye to the good boy who was winning laurels. Sometimes, other than his drug business. You remember the case of Evans? Evans was saying that the things that were declared to have been recovered from him were not all declared. Some of them were missing. Millions were missing. A lot of trucks, properties were missing. Nobody questioned. Nothing happened. What about this particular lawyer who said that his client, when arrested, was forced to go to the bank, wrote checks, withdrew millions from his account? He was promised to get some part of the money of the loot if he would cooperate with them. He never cooperated. Petitions were written against this man. Nothing happened. What about all those Yahoo boys he said he recovered money from? What about the innocent people that he preyed on and killed from the allegations? All these things were going hand in hand the time he was winning these laurels. Nigerians were carried away because Nigeria is fond of not building institutions, but building individuals who will eventually be bigger than the system. This was also the case with the former chairman of EFCC. That he was busting crimes was not the problem. But what happened to all these recovered loots? This man, the former EFCC chairman, was even that big, bigger than thou, that he was being, he was not responsible even to the boss, the Attorney General of the Federation. Once again, that proved that we are fond of building individuals instead of building institutions. And that was the case of this young man. And it's easier to betray a trust. But sometimes, how do you feel? According to this French writer who said that sometimes the person you will take a bullet for ends up being the person behind the gun. Is that not the case of this young man? A lot of allegations. The Federal House in Nigeria called him, honored him, gave him standing ovation. I am still waiting for this Federal House to tender apology to Nigerians for this misjudgment, for this error of judgment. What is going on today? This man has been arraigned for all these charges, all these accusations. I saw him in court today and I felt sorry for Nigeria. All others were covering their faces in shame, but he was bold, still pressing his phone. No question was asked and no answers was given when this man transferred over 40 million to the brother's account. Till date, I am yet to hear that brother, who is taking affidavit on behalf of this man to be granted bail, I'm still waiting to hear that he has been arrested. Nothing has happened. What about the money that was paid into this young man's account? Millions by hush puppy. I'm still waiting to hear that his account has been frozen, that the money has been forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. It has not been done. Are we going to wait forever? You see, when people doubt what is going on and they think a drama has been staged for this man not to be taken to the US to face the charges that Hush Puppy has roped him in. When people don't believe in the system again, this is why. How can you tell me that this thing happened for too long and nobody raised eyebrow? People complained, nothing was done. People cried, nothing was done. So he had to take the current chairman of the NDLEA, Buba Mawa, to unmask this villain. Up to date, even when others took plea and pleaded guilty, this man hired many sons. The question is, what is his rank in the Nigerian police? How much was his salary for him to afford the kind of phone he used, the kind of attire he wore, all those houses? How much was his salary? I learned one of them goes by the name Too Much Money. Always on social media. Police officer. And don't get me wrong, There are too many good police officers around the world, around Africa, around Nigeria who are doing their job diligently, who deserve praises, but they're not opportune to be on social media to get one. Here is one who is always associating with questionable character. People that you cannot really give account of how they made their money. Always circling around them. Always on social media. Even when he was supposed to have been suspended, he's attending a wedding of one of the top officers in the Nigerian police. Meaning that this boy is still being protected. Now, here is my question. How many Abba Kyari'S are still in the Nigerian police? How many Abba Kyari'S are still there hunting down innocent Nigerians? How many more will die before a reform is taken? Will this man be allowed to walk the streets again, or will he rightly go to where he belongs? As I look at him and see how he's walking, he is still confident that the system that has protected him so long will still protect him. Betrayal of misplaced confidence. How long shall this last in the country called Nigeria? There was a country. There was a man. There was a case of Oyakilome. There was a case of Anini. There was a case of Evans, the notorious billionaire kidnapper. What is the difference between all these people? What is the connection? Crime. People should know that the wheel of justice grinds slowly but surely. No matter how smart you think you are, crime will always leave a trace. This is Open Whispers. Remember to subscribe, leave comments, share the video as we continue giving you detail by moonlight in our arena, because that's what is unveiling in this country called Nigeria. This is Kyari'S. Be well, do good work, and please do keep in touch. Thank you.